Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is a bit different. I'm in Arnold at the local council. So for the people who are not from Nottingham, we had a financial manager for the past 20 years. He's been stealing money from the taxpayers. So his name was Alan Doug, and over the past 20 years he's been stealing money out of the taxpayers' funds and putting it into his own bank account. And he only got caught when there was an investigation that was done involving the money. He's been getting away with it for the past 20 years, and now he's going to prison to face fines or a lengthy prison sentence. But we don't know because it's still pending in the courts at the moment, so we're not too sure what's actually going to happen. If he does go to prison, it's not just the £930,000 that he's been stealing. It's going to be the only cost to the taxpayer. It's also going to be the cost of him being there, of course, protecting him while he's in there, and keeping him nice and toasty and warm, while the UK government is stopping the winter fuel allowance for pensioners. It's going to have a massive impact where people are going to either freeze to death or struggle to, provide food for themselves. They're going to have to pick one or the other for some taxpayers that are out there who are on the low end of the tax bracket. So the reason that he was stealing the £930,000 over the past 20 years was because he had an addiction, a gambling addiction. So for all his debts that he was building up, he was using the money from the taxpayers to pay for his own gambling addictions and debts. So now that it's all come out, he has admitted to what he's done since he's been caught, and it's just waiting in the courts for sentencing. But you think to yourself, the amount of money that the council has wasted with different things at the moment, what type of sentence do you think he should be getting? Do you think it should be a short sentence? Do you think it should be a long sentence? Because at the end of the day, all that they do is going to be costing the taxpayer a whole bunch of money. So no matter how we look at it, there's not going to be much justice for the people themselves. It's either pay a load of money for him to be in prison for a long time, or he has a short sentence and justice isn't served. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, what should happen to him. Of course, we'll update this once we find out more information on how long he's sentenced to, and if they're going to make him pay back the money that he's been spending all these years. But the whole situation, if you think about it, with the councils, they went bankrupt just the other year. They had loads of failings within the council themselves, such as the Robin Hood energy scandal, and then all the money that was taken out of the housing funds to pay for normal funding, that they said general expense. Do you think we should be paying as much tax as we are to a government to be given to these councils? Because as you know, guys, we're paying tax on everything nowadays, on our job, on things we buy. And you've seen the conditions of the roads that we are getting now, where there's potholes everywhere in the roads, not being fixed. But then they are out with spending money on every single thing else. But it's a crazy, situation. How has he got away with it for the past 20 years? I get it, he was a financial manager, so it was a lot easier for him to hide the funds. But when they was being audited, why didn't that money get seen to be missing? Because if you do the maths, 930,000 over 20 years, that's a lot of money every year he's been taking out of the tax fund, out of the taxpayers' money that's meant to be used for council, for doing the roads, for your bin service, all the different things They've got all these community centres at the moment and they're all closing down, which of course is having an effect on the youth. They're not having places to play or places and areas to actually go to. What do you guys think to it all? It's absolute craziness. Of course, I don't know if they have any comment on what actually has happened. If they got a new financial manager that's now going to be put in place to watch the funds to see if the money is going to be spent properly or if the money is going to be turned into another game of catch and mouse where people don't even know where the money's going, what it's going to be spent on. Absolute madness, really. But we'll see if anyone's got any comment once this guy's finished in here. But this is the council. Absolute madness, really. So we'll wait until he's finished and we'll see if they have any anything to say about the £930,000 that has been stolen. We'll have a little wander inside in a minute once the guy's finished, and we'll see if they have any comment on the whole situation, really, and see if it's something they have anything to comment on. So this is the building itself. It's quite a nice art attack that they actually have in here for the public. You what, mate? I didn't see no signs, and it's a public lobby, as far as I know.
You wouldn't need signs, would you? I'm just making you aware.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. I've just come in to ask, see if anyone's got any comment on the former, financial manager, Alan Doug.
We're not council.
Oh, where's the council one? So as far as I knew, this was.
You're not really allowed to film in the building.
Whereabouts is the council bit? Down there.
Yeah.
So just wondering if anyone. I'm a local journalist. I'm just wondering if anyone's got any comment about Alan Doug, the former financial manager who stole, of course, the £930,000 for his gambling addiction.
No, we haven't got any comments. Whatever comment is been released, it will be released from our comms department through to any press.
Yeah. Do you have any opinion on it yourself?
Would you? No.
On the situation?
Would you like some details?
Yeah, if that's all right. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. It's a lot of money, really, that's been taken. £930,000.
I don't work for the council.
No, I know, G4S.
I don't even know the guy, so I couldn't comment.
But what they've done, I don't know if you've seen the news article yourself. I'll point it this way so you're off camera.
Thank you.
He took £930,000 over the past 20 years. He worked here, Alan Doug, over 20 years to pay for his own gambling addiction. And of course, no one knew about it for 20 years. It was just constant, same thing. They was getting away with it just because he's a manager. No one questioned it at all. And I think it's quite ridiculous because you see the amount of potholes that we get in Arnold and nothing gets done about it.
Are you from this area, though?
I'm from all over. I just seen the article the other week and I had it on my day to come here today and get it filmed. Got a few things to film today, of course. There's like a homeless guy that's over at McDonald's, which is quite close to here, and he's just camped out on the side. I'm going to interview him after. I just wanted to see if anyone had any comment about it because it's a massive deal. That's nearly £1 million over 20 years that he stole. And of course, they're going to sentence him to prison. He's just waiting for the court date at the moment. But when he goes to prison, it's still going to cost the taxpayer money to have him in there, feed him. And then they got all these cuts to, the winter fuel allowance at the moment. And yeah, really, it's just a massive.
Like, on a realistic level, like just talking one-on-one,
Yeah.
is your issue with the government then?
Well, it's just the council themselves that have allowed it to happen for 20 years. All the audits they do every year, and no one has spotted it. And he's just managed to get away with it. The funds aren't going to be able to be recovered because he's not going to be able to bring out nearly £1 million out of his pocket. So it's just to basically cover the story on it and get a bit more exposure because it's only been reported in a few newspapers. And it's, of course, an ongoing issue. Is that the...
There's contact details of our communication.
So is that the press office, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for that. We've got a number, so if anyone's got any anything that they want to request or get any information, this is the number for the, it's just the number, there's no email address for it. And let the council know and see what you guys can get, any information that you can request. But yeah, at least it was helpful. We'll have a little look. But yeah, cheers for that anyway, mate. Have a good one. So yeah, that's the council in Arnold. I haven't got no comment to make on the whole situation. The security guy was G4S. He was actually really friendly. He didn't want to have any issues about it as a whole. He just wanted to say not allowed to film. It's a public lobby, but because he asked nicely and politely, and he wasn't trying to prevent me from filming, of course I left. But yeah, that's about it. We've got another security guard that turned up as well afterwards. Probably to see if his colleague needed any assistance on the whole situation. But £930,000 over the past 20 years. It's a lot of money to be stealing from the taxpayer. Have you guys got any comment on the former financial manager? No comment. A lot of people that work here, they don't want to give out any comments on the whole situation. They just live in their little world, don't want to engage. I know some people in the jobs, they can't comment or give their opinion, but it'll be nice to have someone comment on the whole situation. Alright, love, just a quick question of independent journalists. Have you got any comment on the former manager that was here, the financial manager, who stole 930,000? Alright, thank you anyway. At least she had the decency to stop and talk, which makes a big difference from the usual ignoring and, you know, not even wanting to speak to you. But yeah, guys, this was Gedling Borough Council. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Until next one, peace out.